Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're checking out Mortal Kombat Onslaught, which is due for release just around the corner on October 17. Now, a couple things about this game. First of all, if the quality's not great, I'm using the default Windows mirroring software to get it from my phone on here. So that's why it might look a bit buggy. They don't allow emulators at this stage. This is in an early access phase, a soft launch, if you will. I don't know if they'll allow emulators during the actual full release, but I really hope they do, because this is one of those games that doesn't have graphic quality settings, so it's like always stuck. I believe it's just always on the max graphics that your phone can handle, and it turns your phone into an oven and burns your battery in 10 seconds, and when you can't use an emulator, it's kind of annoying. But let's check out what the game has to offer. Now, I think this is a pretty cool concept for a game. It's like an idle game meets turn-based game. Think something like Honkai Star Rail. It's got a lot of those systems. It's got that type of gearing system, the dungeon system, you know, getting gear and stuff like that. But the combat is more auto style like idle games, and you do have your AFK loot and all that sort of stuff. So let's jump into it. First of all, I can claim here, I've been logging in for about 4 days. I haven't been playing it too seriously. Now, one other little issue for me personally, I don't know if I'll play this game too much at the global launch, but if you are, there is a great community. I'll leave links to it. Casino, who's another content creator, I had a big chat with him, and he's got all the content. He's been playing this game for a year in the early access. So if you want someone to look to, I'll leave a link to that Discord, the community Discord, and his channel, and you can check him out, because I'm sure he'll be ramping up for global launch. But I've just got too many other games. I just finished reading Solo Leveling, so I'm really jacked. Hopefully that game comes out in 2023 like it's meant to. I'm still looking forward to Black Clover personally, so I got too many games on the horizon, but this one, like I said, is pretty decent. So let's jump in and take a look. First of all, collection, it's one thing that annoys me is you can't actually check other characters' abilities. So I know Casino is working on a database, but unfortunately you can't click on characters you don't have to check their abilities, which is the first thing I do in every game I jump into, which really triggered me a little bit. But as you can see, you got your different rarities and characters. If we go to this one, I got him from my first 10 pool. He is the current featured banner, but I just got him on the standard banner pools, which was pretty nice. But as you can see, we got standard stuff. You can level up your character. You just use your standard resources. You got the sliding scale. You can level them up as much as you want. And then we have the different gear. Now, obviously, I'm still very, very early in the game, so my gear is quite basic. But as you can see, it's got a standard Summoner's War, Epic 7, Raid Shadow Legends, Honkai Star Rail, that style of gearing system. You got your main piece, which is like your weapon, and then you've got your other pieces, which give you your set bonuses, different substats, stuff like that. You'll get the swing of it, just learning which piece has which main stat, what stats characters want. It's all that sort of stuff. I'm not going to go too deep into it, because like I said, I don't know, I still haven't figured out like which piece of gear has what available main stats. I just haven't dug that deep into the game. But if you've played any of those games, you're going to be pretty comfortable with the gearing system. Your characters, you can go look at their abilities and stuff like that. And go through it. Now, this is where I say it's like an idle game, where you've got your special ability, which is your ultimate, and we'll jump into combat in a sec. Then you got passives, but then you've got auto abilities, which are abilities they will just use on a time-based system. I'm assuming things like haste will impact that. Most games have that type of capabilities. So what we'll do is we'll jump into combat and show you what it's actually like, and then we'll go into the other systems in the game. So if we jump over here, we'll just jump into story. Now, it's got different types of content. So story is like you can play through it. You can replay story because you want to 3-star them, because you get bonuses for 3-starring stages. But this doesn't cost you any sort of stamina. But the other modes that we have over here, if we go to Conquer, we got Arena. Obviously, Arena is Arena. I haven't even jumped into that yet, to be honest. We got Boss Tower. Now, this is where you're going to get your stamina. You can see I'm a 90 of 40 stamina. Now, over here on this one, we have our daily wins, which swaps between the materials. So you can see this one over here, I can go ahead and I can do 3 daily wins. But then for the rest of my stamina, I can go ahead and farm different gear dungeons to get different gear, and that's going to consume my 10 stamina there, as you can see. So, you know, pretty standard system. It's not very friendly on the refreshing of stamina. It's pretty damn expensive, if you ask me. So one of those games where, you know, Genshin's ruined stamina systems for games, for me personally. Things like Summoner's War back in the day had a great stamina system where you could free to play, like endlessly refill, keep farming gear, and then just opt not to use gems on summons. And it was really good value to do it. Whereas since Genshin, every game is copying that system, and I absolutely hate that stamina system, unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is. If something's making money, people are going to copy it. So let's jump into story, like I said, and we'll take a look at some combat. So I'm jumping into this stage in chapter 2. Now you can see the requirements that you got to get the stars. You don't really have to worry about 3-starring them straight off the bat. You can always come back to them when you just straight overpower. You're just going to get 3 premium currency for 3-starring. So I haven't really been stressing too much about it, but you can see you need to use at least one body affinity fighter. The body, it's body, mind, and I can't remember the other one, but that's just basically your rock, paper, scissors, your red, blue, green, essentially. And we're using at least 2 attacker class fighters. So we can jump in, take a look, and you can see what all that is. Now in the story you get some cutscenes as well, as some just like stagnant text as well. Now this just so you know, this looks way better on my phone than it looks on the screen after mirroring. Something about the mirroring, it gives it all that hazy type look, but it does look a lot clearer on my phone. But unfortunately this is what we have to do to make content. So you can see here I've got a guest, he's level 43, and he is the character that I've already got. And unfortunately, my character's level 62, but can I... Wait, I should be able to still bring the same character because it's not the same version of the character, is it? Because he's a mind one, by the way. And as you can see in the middle here, you can see the different... you know, you basically rock, paper, scissors and stuff like that. And you can see that I've got an assassin down there. I've got a tank. I've got 2 assassins and a tank in my team. And then the other one is the healer. So let's just see if we can fight or whether it's going to reject me for having 2 of the same character. Okay, so you can have different versions of the same character in the same team, just not 2 copies of the exact same version of the same character. So you see my one, he's going to just jump up, run across, go to the back line. And when you look at the characters on the right-hand side, you can see they've got their health bars. They got their energy bar below it, and I've got it on auto. They're just going to use those. Now, obviously, you can play this on manual, choose when you use them. But in these early stages, it never really matters. And then we go through, and that is pretty much the gist of combat. Like I said, when we looked at abilities, you got passives. They're things that are just always active. And then you've got their active abilities that they'll use, where you can see I just shot the net out of my chest and entangled that guy. That's one of my active abilities. And then you've got the ultimate, which is obviously going to be that ability that we use once our energy is full. You'll see my guy use it right here at the start here. He's going to use that. Boom. Get some big deeps in. Go ahead, smack him. And that's pretty much the gist of it. Now, I personally like this type of combat. I think with this game, because it's Mortal Kombat, the IP, and a lot of people who are fans of Mortal Kombat love the Mortal Kombat type combat. Now, I see that with a lot of games that have IPs that are normally a different type of game, and then they do, you know, these style of games for them, and there's always complaints. For me, I just think if there's already other games that have that type of combat, and this isn't meant to be a sequel or anything, it's like a side game, and this is supposed to be like a mobile game that you can, you know, play, you know, casually on the go. I actually like IPs having different styles of games personally, but I do understand that a lot of people who like Mortal Kombat may come to this and go, I don't like that style of game. In that case, don't play it. Just play the other games that are the Mortal Kombat style, if you know what I mean. So you do often get a lot of that, but that is pretty much what combat looks like. As you can see, I didn't meet the 3-star requirement, so I didn't get that gem. So unfortunately, that is what it is. But you just want to work through the story. But I feel like when you play through this game, you don't want to just focus on the story when you start, because I feel like that's where a lot of people will get lost. If I was trying to play an account optimally, you do want to make sure you're burning your stamina. Due to the fact that story doesn't consume stamina, you'll just end up overcapping if all you do is try and just sit there and story. The next one is the Chasm, which is like a tower type mode. I haven't even jumped into it yet, but as you can see, it's your standard tower type mode that you're going to keep progressing through. And you get daily repeat battles 5 times. So I've seen this in other games. I can't remember the main game that I saw this in, but yeah, you progress through your tower, go as high as you can, and then once you're stuck, you can just repeat the hardest stage that you've cleared to gain some extra rewards, which honestly isn't a bad system. I do like this compared to other games that have tower modes that, you know, the 100 floor towers, Epic 7, I'm pretty sure has one. Summoner's War is the one I remember it from mainly, where you finish it and then you got nothing to do. Whereas this one, being able to get some sort of resources daily isn't too bad on that one as well. And then, like I said, you've got the arena. I haven't even jumped into the arena because I'm not too stressed on trying to compete. Now, the one issue for me with the arena, when I talk to Casino, apparently they're not going to have a different server for global. So and I could be wrong on this. They could adjust this. So just take this with a grain of salt. If you're keen on the game, jump in and just check when you get in. But apparently they're going to have just the one server, and people who've been playing for a year basically just get that head start. So I never like that personally. I think it's kind of stiff for people coming at global. Like, even if you whale at global, like, how are you going to catch up a year? I don't know, unless they just power creep units, which is always a possibility. So have to wait and see, but you're never going to catch up on that gear grind of a year. So that's just, it is what it is. I don't know if they're going to do it. Jump in, check when the game launches if they do change that. So the next thing, and probably the final thing that I really want to touch on, is going to be the summon system, because obviously we're playing a gacha game. It's always about the summons. Now, they've taken this game, I feel like the summon income and system is fairly similar to that of Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, similar to stamina systems. I'm not a big fan of that sort of summon system, but this game has made it a lot better. So what we'll do is we'll look at the rates and stuff and talk about some of the things that they've done that have made this really good. So if we jump in here and we take a look, if on the exclusive banner, this is the first thing. You got a 1.25% chance at getting a 5-star, but if you get it, there's no 50-50 bullshit. It is that character, which I really appreciate. And then you've got a pity at 80, so you get the featured fighter in 80. I think that is great. No 50-50, none of that stupid bullshit. If you want a character, you summon for them, and if you get something good, it's going to be that character. I think that is a great system. I like that personally. I really do appreciate that. Now, this is going to use a different currency that you don't get as much of through the game, so you're going to have to use your premium currency to do these. Then we have Apprentice Summon. Now, Apprentice Summon is like your real cheap summon. It only costs you 100 of the green one, but you've only got a 0.25% chance at a 5-star character, but you can also get relics at a 0.25%. The other option you have is Fighter Summon, which then costs 250 of the green one, but this is going to be guaranteed to get fighters, and instead, whoops, didn't mean to press that one. And instead of having a 0.25% chance at a character and a 0.25% chance at a relic, you get a 1.5% chance at a character. And the other thing that I really like about this summon system is when the new character comes into the game and they're on their banner, let's say you've been saving up some of the green ones and you want that character. Well, if you've got some of the green ones, you can pop them first and see if you get that character. Because if we look here, you can see we got Noob here, the Shadowmancer, as our featured character. But as soon as they come in, they are also available here. For instance, Cyrax, who was the last banner character, I pulled my copy of him from the standard banner while he was on the exclusive banner. So you don't have to wait for the banner to end for them, anything like that. And it's not like they don't get added into the standard banner. They get added into the standard banner as soon as they come into the game, and then you get the exclusive banner as well. So in general, oh yeah, and you also get a daily free summon. So let's claim that. Let's show you guys the animation. Let's see. Nope. You want that bad boy to go purple. Wait, is this a good thing? Wait, I don't know the summon system too well. Is this good? What star is he? I got no idea, dude. I'm way too fresh at this game. It went white. Normally it doesn't go white. Okay, we got a 3-star. Okay. I'm not too sure exactly how it works on the entire summon animations and stuff like that. I know when I got my 5-star, it went purple, I think, and then it got like one of those runic type things at the front. But I don't know the summon animations myself. But hey, there is a free character from my daily pool, which is always handy to get. But once again, I think they've done a good job of improving on a summon system that feels really bad in other games. The biggest thing is that, like I said, those 3 things. 1, the character goes onto the standard banner as soon as they come in as exclusive character, and they don't go away. It's not like you got one chance to get them and then they're gone. 2, when you summon on that banner, there ain't no 50-50, and you're guaranteed to get that character if you land the 5-star. And then 3, you've got the 80, which is a guaranteed pity that if you go 80 pulls, you just get a copy of that character. So I think they've done really well. So like I said, this is a game kind of a mix between an idle game in the combat and the idle loot with something like Honkai Star Rail, or, one of those turn-based games in the core systems behind it and the gearing system and stuff like that, which I think is actually a pretty cool mix. And I think it's done really well with, once again, a cool IP, which you can really expand characters forever. Some of the story cutscenes are really good as well, but in general, really solid game. I don't know how much I'm really going to play this game, to be honest, myself. But like I said, there is that great community for it if you want to join. I'll leave all the links in the description. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. You guys going to play this one or give it a skip? Like I said, there's too many other games that I'm really keen on coming out soon, hopefully. So maybe I'll play this one a little bit in the meantime. But I do already have 3 other games that I play daily. So time is a thing. But anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day. And I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.